Hello and welcome to Travel Beans. I'm Alex and this is Emma.
And in today's video, we want to show you what it's like to backpack Myanmar. In the previous episodes, we managed to fake our way to a number of videography jobs in both Sri Lanka and the Maldives, but we ended up getting really stressed and burnt out. So we decided to take a step back from filming for other people and instead do more of what we wanted to do. We had never visited Myanmar before and it had only recently opened up to tourism, so we were really excited to be going to a new and relatively untouched place. Little did we know that this backpacking trip would end with an opportunity that we never saw coming. We flew into the city of Yangon, which is the largest city in Myanmar, before jumping on an overnight bus 600 kilometers north to the city of Mandalay. The buses in Myanmar are amazing. The seats are so comfy, they recline right back, you have TV screens in the seats, and you have a snack service.
It was basically like flying, but of course on the ground, and easily the best night bus experience I've ever had in my life.
Definitely. The first place we visited was Mandalay Hill, known for its monasteries and pagodas. There are 1,729 steps to reach the top, where you'll find a gorgeous, sparkling temple with panoramic views overlooking the city. This is the perfect place to watch sunset. Another popular spot to visit in Mandalay is the U Bein Bridge, a 1.2 kilometre wooden bridge built around 1850. This is a common place to visit for both tourists and locals, as a place to fish, swim, meet with friends, and relax. As a tourist, you might find the locals extra friendly here. We had a number of people stop to speak to us, and even a few of them asked to have their photos taken with us. This definitely is not the first place this has happened, where the locals have asked to have photos taken with us.
Yeah, I always wonder, what do they do with the photos? Here's someone I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, do they show it to their friends and family? Like, oh, here's some people we don't know that we met on holiday. Our next stop after Mandalay was the ancient city of Bagan. A 5 to 6 hour bus journey from Mandalay and a must-see for anyone visiting Myanmar. A popular way to explore Old Bagan is to either do a tour, cycle, or how we did it, rent electric scooters and explore the place yourself.
Emma's petrified of driving on her motorbike, so I'm going to watch her now and I'm going to pray that she falls off, just because that's the kind of guy I am. You can do it! And that was the last time we ever saw Emma.
Old Bagan is a huge complex with over 2,000 temples and pagodas still remaining, so there is absolutely loads to see and plenty of space to get away from the crowds. Around 90% of the population of Myanmar are Buddhist, with more than 500,000 ordained monks and novice monks and more than 70,000 female Thilishin in a country of around 50 million people. Buddhism is a huge part of the culture here, which can be seen not only in the architecture and the history, but in everyday life. After sunrise, you may be lucky enough to stumble upon the monks collecting their alms from the locals.
We're going to just try now with our friend to put this weird stuff on our face.
You put everywhere?
Yeah? Okay.
The naka is a paste made from ground bark which can be commonly seen applied to the face and is said to have a number of health and beauty benefits.
Go for skin.
Okay.
Pimple away. Mosquito away.
Okay.
Raincoat away.
Another popular activity amongst tourists are the hot air balloon rides. If you're going to try a hot air balloon once in your life, this has to be the place to do it. We watched the balloons from one of the pagodas at sunrise, which was fantastic in itself. But if I was to change just one thing about this part of the trip, I would definitely do a balloon ride. The weather in Bagan is usually hot and sunny, but something we did not account for was that when it rains, it pours. We were on our way back from dinner, which was a good, 20-minute journey on the electric bike, and we got caught in a thunderstorm.
Caught
We drove straight into the middle of a thunderstorm. There's nothing between the restaurant and where we were going back to stay. Emma had to drive. Show them how we were driving. Emma had to drive like this. She couldn't see. There was so much rain. I've never seen anything like that before. So, yeah.
It's time for a warm shower. After having an awesome few days in Bagan, we made our way to our next stop, Kalaw. We had been recommended a 3-day trek by some friends, starting in Kalaw and ending in Inle Lake. We joined 5 others to make a group of 7, and our bags were taken by our tour company to our hotels at the endpoint, so we didn't have to carry them with us. We'd never done such a long trek before, so it was going to be a challenge, and some of us were definitely more excited than others.
Emma, in her infinite wisdom, decided that it was a good idea to punish ourselves with a 60-kilometre trek from Kalaw to Inle Lake. It's rainy season and it's muddy, and you've got a cranky guy on your hands.
We mostly ate at the villages along the route, which was great to try the local food, although travelling with IBS can be a bit of an issue.
Before you watch this clip, stop. Stop eating right now. And don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, so no one knows this right now, but must have eaten something dodgy at lunch because my stomach was cramping really badly, and we're in the middle of nowhere, walking for hours. So when you gotta go, you gotta go. So I've just pulled away from the group and pulled out my trousers and left a little present for nature. And people are gonna think, oh, that's an animal poo. But no, because there's tissue that I had in my pocket that I wiped my bum and put it next to, so they know it's human poo. And it's right at the top, next to a beautiful lookout. So everyone's gonna see it, but they'll never know it's me. Can I ask you a question? Can you check my shorts to see if there's any poo on them?
No, but that's a funny question. We also slept in the local villages, which gave us a little bit of insight as to how the local people live in the countryside.
Welcome home, Emma.
Oh, that's everything I'd hope for. It's cosy. We all spoon each other.
As it was rainy season, it was pretty common to get leeches.
I know. I never thought in my life that I would actually have a leech stuck to me, but on that first night when we went to go take a shower, I found one sucking my blood on my leg. It was actually quite scary.
They were just kind of popping up all over the place. Pretty gross.
So wriggly and disgusting. So if you're easily grossed out by that kind of thing, maybe you should rethink doing Myanmar in rainy season.
Or just wear full armour.
Or that. The next morning, we pulled on our soggy hiking boots and hit the road again.
But we were so over it at this point.
Why is it there's no better feeling in the world than when you quit something? Like if you didn't go into school one day, if you call in sick to work, that feeling's incredible. So that's all I want to do right now.
So Alex has told me to do a video about how I feel right now. And I said I didn't want to because I feel rubbish. And he made me feel guilty because I'm not making a video. So now I'm making a video. I don't want to be. My feet hurt. I must have the worst blisters I've ever seen in my life. It's not a good feeling. Physically, the trek's not that bad. But these shoes are driving me mental. Oh well, only 10 more hours left.
By the final day, we were really struggling, mainly due to the blisters being so bad and not being able to heal in our wet boots.
So, I've been wondering recently, why is it on the Lord of the Rings that no one is ever sweaty, no one ever has bad blisters, sore feet? They never just have a lion one day, do they? I just think that's ridiculous. You could not walk that far in that amount of time. Was it 9 hours it takes them? They do a lot in that time as well.
I remember feeling so relieved when we finally finished and I saw that boat.
You did it.
We survived.
So after 60 kilometers, 12 blisters, 5 leeches and a lot of rain, We are here now at Inle Lake.
I honestly don't think I've ever ached that much in my life.
No, it was hard to walk.
Hobble back.
An old man or a zombie or both.
After the trek, we got an email which would end up changing our course completely. We had an email from a production company asking us if we would be interested in filming a TV show with the Travel Channel. And to say we're excited was definitely an understatement.
This then went on for the next few months to consume me especially.
Yeah.
It was the last thing I thought of before I went to bed, the first thing I thought of when I woke up, and I was even waking up 3-4 times in the night, not sleeping well, thinking about this, checking emails, constantly refreshing. Like, it was actually mentally quite a bad time for me.
Yeah, quite unhealthy. I think as well at this point in time, we didn't really know what we wanted to do with our lives, and I guess the idea of having our own TV show just to us meant success. So for us, it was really exciting to finally have this opportunity to be successful. While all this was going on, we left Myanmar and headed to the island of Koh Tao in Thailand, which is where we continued discussions with the production company, and we even filmed a little sizzle reel for them.
So a sizzle reel is kind of like a sort of snippets that get put together by like a production company that then send it to the network, and then they decide if they want to have you.
I can't believe we're actually sharing this on the internet for people to see. This has never before seen Bean footage, and I warn you, it's beyond cringe.
Hi, I'm Alex,
And I'm Emma, and we are.
the Travel Beans.
When we first met 4 years ago, we were on our own solo travel adventures through Thailand, and we've not stopped travelling together since.
So we've now been over to 30 countries together, and we've got no plans on stopping.
These clips, oh, that's so cringy.
It hurts.
Discussions with the Travel Channel actually went on for months, well, and months really, before kind of fizzling out.
We later found out that it's pretty common for companies like this to contact a bunch of people and essentially get them to sign a contract and shelve them just in case they need them in the future.
But once like the talent has signed the contract, they aren't free to go on to do other things for the length of that contract, which will turn out later to cause a bit of an issue for us. After this experience, it has left me wondering a little bit about manifestation and how possible it is, because this stuff consumed me so much. I've never thought about anything more in my life. But months later, we would go on to film a pilot for a TV show, but in completely different circumstances to this. So if you want to find out how that part of this story actually happens, make sure you subscribe and like this video.
And leave us a comment. Have you ever had a TV show?
And have you been to Myanmar? Would you like to go? Where in Southeast Asia would you like to visit?
And also, if you have been to Myanmar, for other people watching this video, leave in the comments down below what we missed, what other people should make sure they include on their itinerary if they're going.
Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time, and beans out! This is the weirdest moment of my life right now. I'm right next to the motorway, and I'm hitchhiking, dressed as a mermaid.